Welcome back to my craft room. I'm LJ, and today we're going to be making some children's cards. You know, the kind that kids take to birthday parties, either have a little bit of money in them or have a gift attached to them, that kind of card. So they're for birthdays, but for kids. So here's what I have planned. I fussy cut these little characters from a paper pad I have from Minte. And I just chose several random characters. Dinosaurs, we got mermaid, we got this lovely unicorn that started the whole thing. A dinosaur, I don't know, that's kind of a unicorny seahorse? Don't know what he is exactly. We do have a few other things here. These are the ones I cut out. The whole paper pad is full of these little guys. And it's very nice for little kids because it's got cute little guys. You just have to fussy cut them. And sometimes I just like to fussy cut. So I made these card bases out of a paper pad that comes this way. It comes ready to fold and be your card. And I thought it would be good because it's bright colors. Kids like bright colors, and I thought it'd be fun. We'll see what we get. And then I had this one, because I don't know. I thought maybe if nothing fit on here, maybe it would need a darker background. So I don't know that I'm going to use it. I just know it's there. I also have some of these little white pieces. I might cut some more of these. And what I wanted to do was use It's Your Big Day or You're One of a Kind, Simon Says. These are one of the ones that's like free when you ordered something, or I don't know, it's called Birthday Wishes. It was I believe it was some sort of a incentive stamp set. And when I purchased it, put a little bit more light out here. And when I got it, I use it a lot. So It's Your Day to Shine is really nice. But what I'm thinking is if we did it with maybe a square or something like that to go on here, and then put the happy birthday to you inside, or maybe this happy birthday to you. So that's what I thought would be fun to do for today. These little ones seem a little small to me. They'll be good for something else. And I thought we would play and see what we come up with. All right, so where to get started? I think the easiest thing to do to start would be to get some of these stamped and see where we're at after that. After I stamped some of these, I've got some sentiments going here. I'm going to use some ink around the outsides of them, depending on what I'm going to do with them. So I'm not going to do it right now is what I guess I'm saying. I'm going to wait and see what happens with them. So for instance, this one right here, I would like to make a circle if I can. So I think a circle one of these would be kind of fun. When I make a bunch like this, then I'll have some things left over, and that's always good because you never know when you're going to need them. And there we go. So now I got a nice circle one there. So I used some leftover, just some strips I had from when I cut out something or another. And I'll have to make them a little bit better when it gets time, but I'm going to leave them like this for now. And I don't know, maybe a circle out of that would be fun if it'll fit. I don't know if it'll fit or not. This circle might be a little bit too big for that. We can check that out. Come on. Sometimes I play with these way longer than I should because it's almost like a game. Can you get it in here? Can you make a circle out of it? And if you're trying to be in a hurry, you won't do that. But I mostly try not to be in a hurry when I'm making cards because it defeats the purpose for me, and then I start getting kind of, not as careful. This one here I might be able to get out of here too. And I think another circle one might be kind of fun. So what I did is, there you go, that's pretty good. What's nice about circles is they don't have to be straight when you make the circle out because they're circles, you can turn them. So that's kind of fun. All right, I don't think this one will fit. There you go. I think that's pretty good. We got a few circles. We've got some squares, some rectangles. We got some that we can cut a little bit closer, and that's always good. Now, the fun part starts. How are we going to put these together to make them look the way we're going to want them to look for our card? So some of these might need a little bit of surgery done to make them look exactly the way I want. But the main thing I'm going to do that's going to make them look good, put a little bit of a border around them. What I found for the most part, for instance, if I put this on here, and I kind of want to bring out some of that blue, I might want to put a little blue around this unicorn. And when you put that blue around, it doesn't matter how well you fussy cut, because that blue is going to make it look better. So I'm going to pick out a color that I think will go, do I want tumbled glass or salty ocean? I think I'm going to go with tumbled glass. I think tumbled glass is the right color here. And so my light blue, when I go around them, you'll notice that the white is almost gone. And then even around the pink around the nose, when you make it blue, just looks more finished. Can't explain how this works. Never would I have done this before, but here we are, enjoying a distressed ink look because it just makes things look cooler. All right, now I want to give him or her, I think unicorns can be either he's or she's, not entirely sure. That's not what we're talking about here. I have this, and this is one of those glittery pens. I have one before that's clear. That made noise, and I don't know why. Okay, but what I want to do is put some, because wow, does it come out really cool. Look at that. I hope you can see it, because this shimmer and the color on these wings is spectacular. Really makes a difference in here. And I'm going to even go as far as to put a little bit on here, because I think it looks so neat. And then, there we go. I hope you can see that a little bit, at least maybe a little bit. Yeah, so that shimmer looks really nice. I would also like to have a little bit of shimmer in the eyes, and I could put some glossy accent or something like that, but I'm going to put this on here and see how that does with making it kind of give it a little bit of something. All right, now, because it's purple, let's do, we could have, because also it came with a bunch of little hearts, but I think that this little guy here is really cute for this. Pretty happy with this. Maybe It's Your Big Day. We'll cut it a little closer. To keep it from being too flat, we're going to end up putting almost everything up on foam today. And that, I think, will make it, give it that extra little bit of something that you need to make it look special. But I think I'm pretty happy with it. It looks like he's flying, and yeah, I think that's pretty fun. I think that'll make a good birthday card. And then inside, what we'll do is we'll be putting the happy birthday. I think the happy birthday with the exclamation inside, and then leave room for either the mom or the child or both to sign the inside. I think that'll work out really well. So it's your big day. Let's make this a little bit more fun. We'll put some fancy around the outsides of it. I was trying to keep it from going all over my desk, but for the camera to be able to capture this, it's going to go all over my desk. Let's go a little bit closer here on this one. There we go. It's your big day. And then we could also put a color around that if we wanted and put it up. Maybe we'll do that. Hold on a minute. Let's go a little bit closer here. There we go. And then, or better yet, let's go around with this blue. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Now, if I wasn't making these for someone to use randomly, if I was making it for someone specific and I knew how old they would be, I would probably put the number of the age. For instance, if this was for a 3-year-old, I would put a 3 somewhere on the card. I just think it looks fun because kids like to see the number of the age that they are. So I would probably do that, but there we go. Our first card will be completed and we can move on to the next card. And they're going to be pretty similar because that's the whole idea of doing them like this, is kind of see what you have. Let's go to a different one. Let's go to this one here. This one I like because you can have them stand on these lines. And that's kind of neat. And if you wanted to, you can put 2 of them on one. I think we're going to go with a lighter color, or I think because of the white background on this, I think we might just leave the white on there. I think it looks pretty good on here. On this one, we'll have them standing on this orange right here. I think that'll look good. And we won't be using this. Let's go with, I think I'm guessing at this. I don't know what color they are. Okay, I think I like this. However, could put them up in the middle. But I think I want to put them on this side and put the, maybe It's Your Day to Shine up here. We could even put something in the background, color underneath it. Or something like this where you just put it across it. And when you cut it out, looks like that. Looks kind of fun. I'm liking what I'm seeing. These are very simple cards, but then again, you got to remember at a birthday party, you know, cards are not necessarily the thing that the kids are going to love the most. The thing the kids are going to love the most ends up being the present. The card, you spend a lot of time on a card and you're a little disappointed. And since I'm giving this to someone to give, I'm pretty sure, you know, it's definitely not going to be the main focal point of the whole present. So I think it's just as well that we, in fact, what I'm thinking I might do for this is not even prop this up. I might leave the sentiment down like this, just to, there you go. I think that'll be fine. Just make the, pop the animal up a little, or whatever the little focal point is. Now I think these are looking pretty good. I think these are pretty good for kids' birthday cards. Let's try this one. This one I think might be, how about if we did this? What happens is when you're, you know, you don't want them all the same. I mean, you know, you could put this right here. I think that would be cute. But I think I want to go around her. I think we're going to just go around her because of her hair. With a little bit of brown. Could go around there in some blue. But just something to finish it off so it looks a little bit better. And so we can put them up here so it looks like a stamp. Put her there, and then put "You're one of a kind" right here. But we're going to cut it down some. And I don't want to use these. I want to use these. So we'll cut this down a little bit and go around it. I'm going to put some pink on here because she has a pink seashell and it matches. That's all. It's all good with me. Okay. So I think we're going to glue this one down. And we're going to put this over here and glue it down. And then we'll pop her up just to give her a little bit of... And then we'll put this one right here. And then this one, looking wonky, it would look kind of fun. I didn't necessarily want it to look perfect. I wasn't aiming for that, in case you were wondering. So I think these bright colors are nice for kids because you know, kids like bright colors. There you go. So there's another one. Now this one here, let's try a dinosaur on this one. And I'm going to go with this one here because I like him a lot. He seems to be dancing. I just like the way he looks. He looks like a fun one. I'm going to leave his little not going to do anything with him as far as color. I'll leave him the way he is. And that's why it's kind of like, it just depends, you know, like some things I feel like, oh, they need something or another, and other things I just feel like, oh, that looks fine just the way it is. And I like him just the way he is. I think I'm gonna put him a little more over here and maybe put his little, maybe a round one will be good up there. Oops, I was gonna put him up on something. So this is a way to make some really quick cards, but you got to remember, I did all this prep. You know, I cut out the card bases and folded them and fussy cut all of these little characters when I had time. So now it feels like it's almost nothing to put these cards together. And it feels almost like cheating, like I didn't really do much to make these cards, when in reality, kind of did a lot. But it doesn't feel like it. So it's kind of one of those things where if you're doing this, you know, you got to remind yourself, hey, somebody did all that work beforehand. It didn't just happen on its own. And I think we should put this, how about It's Your Big Day, because he's a big dinosaur. I think that would be fun. It's your big day. I have these round. Well, guys, I'm going to put this one up on one of these round ones because it's kind of fun. And how about if we put a little green around this one because of it being, there we go. And we'll put a little bit of green. But I like It's Your Big Day since it's a dinosaur and dinosaurs tend to be big. That'll be fun, right? Look how cute that looks. He's got some cute little teeth. I wonder if I should put any little shimmer on the Little Mermaid. We'll have to go back and look at them. That's the other thing I usually do is afterwards I go back and look at them and see if there's anything else I want to add to them. Because some of them you do want to add things to. All right, after some playing, here's what I ended up with. I ended up with a pile of cute little sentiments that I can use for another time I make some cards. I ended up with some animals left over. Definitely going to use them. They didn't make this cut, but they will definitely make the next one. And I'll do this again for someone else, but currently this is what I ended up with. This card, and they all say happy birthday on the inside. We ended up with It's Your Day to Shine with this cute little guy. Ended up with You're One of a Kind. It's Your Day to Shine. It's Your Big Day with more dinosaurs because I just liked that as a sentiment for dinosaurs. So here's another one with the cute little guy you saw me do. And then this one. I did add some various little things to them, but for the most part, it's them, the little person, the little sentiment and the little focal point, and letting the background be a big part of this because of all the color. And I really like the way these came out. This is one that I wanted to show you because I stamped it and somehow got this one, the middle happy birthday, crooked. And rather than put a paper over it in order to make it more even, I decided I would go happy birthday, and there was a 2U stamp in there. And I don't think anyone, except for obviously those of you who see this, will know that that was, not meant to be. So I kind of liked it. Thought it was a good way to solve that problem of it not being very straight. The rest looked pretty straight to me, so I was pretty happy with them. But I did have an idea what to do in case not. I did not use any kind of stamping platform. I just winged it. And one of these, I put a little bit of shine on it. Let me see if I can find it. That one did not have any. This one, I put a little bit of the orange on there. This I put around the outside to make it a little bit of color. But this one, I put a little bit of shine around the outside of the border. It took a lot of time, and it really wasn't necessary, I don't think. I thought it would make it shine a little bit. I hope you enjoyed this short video, and it gives you a little inspiration on how to use the background to really sell the cards, as opposed to trying to make, make too big of a deal. These are, for me, are very simple cards. I keep wanting to add things to them, but that takes away the point of them being simple and easy to do. So simple, easy to do kids cards. That was the topic for today. Thanks for joining me. Keep crafting. And dance by the light of the moon.